All right, Justin and Dan here back. Dan from Precise Builder. We're going to show you behind the scenes. And again, if you're interested, if you're exterior company owner, construction, roofing, landscape,
Yeah,
patio installation, decks. But hey,
absolutely.
no further ado, man. Take us under the hood. Show us what this baby can do.
Yeah, awesome. I'm really passionate about this thing because if I can do anything to simplify office processes for construction companies, I'm in. So I'm just going to give you a quick run through. At the core of what we care about with Precise Builder is job costing. And so everything that you see is kind of geared towards being able to get accurate prices per job for your company. So first of all, here you see a list of opportunities. Essentially, opportunities are leads for us. You can see them in multiple views. So you have a pipeline view. You also have a map view where you can click on the map and see where all your customers are around the world. You have several different tabs across the top. So you have customer information, you have job information, including the weather at the job address. You have sales information. This is your pipeline status, your opportunity temperature. You have notes that you can do. Then you have over here on this side, you have activities. You can email directly from it. You can record phone calls. But then the estimating, we do kit-based estimating, we call it, which is really taking your materials and your and being able to add your labor. So if you look at this kit, this is a siding installation kit that's covering 200 square. It's going to take 100 hours. The material lists are right here. So obviously you can add materials, you can do all that fun stuff. You can pre-build these kits. And our goal is really to get accurate material costing and accurate time costing. And so you manage your items and your prices and all that fun stuff.
And you can customize it here too. So if you decide, hey, you know what, we need more nails on this baby, can I go right into that?
I can do that. I can add a custom item. Let's say, I don't know, I'm going to throw a window in there for some reason. Trim. We'll do some window trim. And we're going to have, we're going to do it by linear foot. So we're going to add by foot. And I'm going to say that it's going to be $5 a foot. And then I come back over here and I say I need 25 feet of it. And it calculates that out,
Nice.
Adds it to my material cost, and away you go.
Nice.
So essentially you can add all these different kits. Kits can be anything from siding installation to site prep to roofing. You can also do like here we have a framed wall section, for example. You can do like interior framing and say I have 500 feet of interior walls that I'm framing, and it will calculate out your studs and your floor, like your top plate and your bottom plate and all that stuff. It can calculate it for you, which is really cool.
We create our estimate, and then it can be approved, and then once it's approved, then it goes to the job. You can track job costing there.
Yep.
This is my favorite screen.
That's where the fun starts to happen here, is really in the job costing. And this right here, you could say how many hours were estimated for the job and how many were actual. So you start tracking time with the app on your phone, and you can see who's clocking time and all that fun stuff. And it actually shows you the real cost of Kervin and the real cost of James and the real cost of Sean. So all those guys are paid differently, right? They have different wages. Nice. And so it actually gives you their actual cost, not just some average or something like that. So that's cool. Then here you have all your materials. As you use your materials on the app, it shows up here, says, hey, I used the caulk and that cost me $388. It also connects to QuickBooks Online. And so if you create an expense item in QuickBooks Online, it throws it over here in Precise Builder as long as you have the job name attached to it. So here are these materials. These are all generated from your estimate. So the materials for that job. You can schedule a job. This job happened to be scheduled in January, so you can see all the different things that we had scheduled.
And this is important probably for our audience too. Your entire in-house, your development team is in-house.
Yes.
You're here in Pennsylvania.
Yep. Absolutely.
We're not overseas. You're intentionally here. You're staying local. Yeah. You're building local. So this is made in America.
Yep.
Finessed and perfected in America.
Town of Smoketown.
Come on.
Invoicing happens with QuickBooks, task lists, punch lists. Daily logs is another cool feature. You can take pictures on the app on your phone, and it does a timestamp where it timestamps, and it also does a weather stamp. And then files, of course. Photos, you can take photos on your app. You can drag and drop files. You can images, any sort of thing. You can quotes that you get from people. It becomes basically your online file storage.
So the cool thing for like the business owner and or the person managing the back of office, it just all gets a lot simpler. Business owner can see stuff from a glance, 10,000 foot view. The person in-house in your office, because this is probably good for like, if I have at least an office person, they can learn this pretty easy. You've got the
Yep.
full support.
Yep.
And then, what type of team kind of size is really this working for well, Dan?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we find it works well for companies that have 2 or 3 crews
Okay.
that they're trying to schedule and manage, or maybe they have 3 or 4 projects they're managing simultaneously.
Okay.
It kind of works ideal for that. 1 or 2 salespeople. That's kind of the sweet spot, you might say.
Okay.
But it works really well for small companies that are wanting to scale, and then it works a lot for a lot larger companies as well.
Thanks for all the work you're putting in. Thanks for the work you're continuing to do. And hopefully this will be helpful to you guys. We'll see you on the flip side.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, man.